helping us with that. So that's the end of this one. We're going to do more Q&A at the end. But before we do that, I want to make sure that we can do, cover what's coming next and then also do our drawing. So in case some of you guys are not able to stick around for Q&A, that you guys can at least get through the drawing part and then move on or ask more questions. So coming up next, we're truly excited about our next topic. This is one we're doing with Porter Thorndike, which I know a lot of you guys from the IBI world are very familiar with. He's done a lot of presentations at our summit conferences and of course at TIBCO as well. But this is kind of the new area that he's moved into that we're all very excited about, hyperconverged analytics. And I know it's a very interesting name, but we'll go more into that as far as what that means and the ability to be able to bring in streaming data and just a lot of different things to do some very immersive analytics. And as you can see, they're disruptive analytics. So very excited about that next topic. Probably in a couple months, we'll have more information coming up on that very soon as far as when that's going to be, the actual dates and all the stuff for that. So and as always, we want to be able to, for those who have stuck around, we want to be able to give out some gift cards for your time and coming. And I think we have 5 of these that we're giving out, $50 a piece. And as was mentioned in some of the marketing promo, I think a few of those will be for people who were doing referrals and who got the most referrals. And then we'll have a couple that we'll give out randomly for people who are on there. So Dinesh, I know you've kind of been keeping up with that. Are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, very cool. I'll let you kind of announce who those winners are. And then
Absolutely.
We'll follow up, guys, with more information as soon as, afterwards, as far as how you can get your card.
Absolutely. So I won't take a lot of time with this, but I have a little random name generator here that I'm going to go through to give out the awards. But before that, just for referrals and just to reward the people that have had the most referrals. The first one, so we have 2 awards for those. The first one is a $50 gift card for, let me make sure that she's here in the attendees list. Leslie Park. I don't have the organization here, but Leslie Park, thank you for all your referrals. So a $50 gift card is coming your way. And also another referral gift card for Nilesh Kulkarni from Genpact. Thank you, Nilesh. We'll have a gift card sent to you pretty soon here. Now to the random attendee name generator. I'm just going to go through that now. The first name here is, you'll have to take my word that I'm actually doing this. I'm not sharing my screen or anything. The first name, Tim Tibbles. I don't have the organization name here. Tim Tibbles, if you're an attendee, if you've registered, you'll get a gift card from us. And then we also have I'm going to go through the second one. So we have 2 more. So we've given out 3 $50 gift cards, have 2 more. The fourth one is Glenn from Kitsap. I think we've interacted in the past. Glenn, congratulations. $50 gift card coming your way. And the last one is a gift card for Wade Crick. I just answered one of the questions from Wade. Congratulations, Wade. We'll send you the gift cards. I'll turn that over to you, Ted.
Absolutely. All right. So again, thanks everyone for coming on. As everybody who's come to these in the past knows, you will actually also get a link from these and follow up. So these are recorded, and so if you know someone else who this may be interesting to, feel free to pass that along. Or if you want to watch it over and over again, God bless you. But no, you'll have a link to it so you can watch it. Or maybe if you weren't able to watch all of it, you can watch the whole thing. So I appreciate everybody coming. I did want to get to some of the question and answers that we had. A number of them were answered. We do have a few that are still open. And then I'm going to open it up for all panelists who want to get on and answer these with us. So James Senura, is your metadata aggregation dynamic or emergent? And if not, do you have a model for it? And I will open it up for our team. I don't have an answer as far as how the data is brought into from our data. I'm assuming that's the data catalog tool. We have. Jeff, do you have more information on that? I know it was something that came up in yours, or Aditya. If not, we can reach out to product team and kind of get a better feel for that, and James can follow up with you as far as.
I can answer that, Tim.
Okay.
Dinesh here. So, okay, depending on the tool of choice, it is emergent. For and your metadata will be depending on how your metadata connects from one system to another. It will have the ability to evolve with changes in your data systems. So from that standpoint, it would be emergent, but it would be a product question, meaning is this going to be a typical cloud integration? Is this going to be a some of the other typical data virtualization tool, things like that. So it would be a product specific question, but the principles are based on emergent technologies.
Yeah. Yeah, completely. And I can't speak to that, the product itself. I do know that we're working, oddly enough, we had another project that we're working with TIPCO on for some other clients who, for different reasons that I won't go into, are not able to use the data catalog that's built out there. So we've kind of built one very similar to that using the data virtualization tool. As Jeff mentioned, data virtualization is the tool that actually goes out there and is pulling the metadata information from it. And our technical team could go much deeper into that, how that happens. But it is, I do know that it is dynamic in the way that it is pulling that and continuing to pull that. So as far as any other details beyond that, I think we will have to follow up with the product team to see as well. So good question. I'm going to make a note, James, and we'll definitely want to get you more information on that. Next question that's still out there and open, Sunil, how does data mesh fit in data fabric? And Aditya and Jeff, I know you guys are kind of the data fabric gurus here, so I'll let you guys kind of push in, or if that's something we need to follow up on, we definitely can as well.
Yeah, so I think I mean, I don't really have a straight answer to that. Like I said, I'm more in the enterprise domain, but I think that's something we definitely need to follow up with product. That's my opinion.
Okay.
I mean, if you look, I mean, Gartner has papers on data mesh versus data fabric. Honestly, from my view, it's just semantics.
Yeah.
And it kind of gets down to your metadata approach in a way. But yeah, that's my take.
And I'm not as versed in the data mesh stuff, so I would think the same thing. Just what little I do know is more of a semantics thing, but so we'll follow up you as well. Make sure there's nothing in addition to that we want to.
I mean, yeah, the analysts can dive deep into subtle differences between the way you implement certain components or the different types of focus on metadata. But again, I do think it is down to just a little bit of nuance that's not super important in terms of the name. That's my view. But.
Gotcha. Okay, so where'd it go? I thought I had some other questions. Okay, going back to Kirk Anderson's, and again, that was all the open ones. So we did want to go back through a few of these and just make sure we've had answers, just to make sure everybody gets a chance to hear the response to them that's on here and it's stuck around. I like that one from Kirk Anderson. Good question. This is referring to some of the questions that Dax had during his portion. Good question would have been, are we managing metadata well? And that is definitely a good question. And we do have a lot of people who, for whatever reasons, are just now going down that path, and data catalogs are just now getting to be a priority for some clients and who have not been managing it at all. So I will agree with, I think Dinesh answered that one. A lot of clients at this point, the answer is no, but I think that is a I think it is an area that continues to grow and that people are at least starting to go down. Some of them have it figured out. We work with some clients who have it all figured out, but more than not, I would say that the answer is no there. So there are some great tools, and the great thing about it is a lot of the new tools around are making it much more dynamic, as some of the other questions said before, and easy to do that rather than in the initial days where it maybe it pulled just the table names and stuff, and you had to go in and do a lot of manual stuff. So that's helped a lot of organizations really do that, and even a lot of the just being able to map your data sources and its lineage is very important. So all that stuff is starting to happen dynamically now, and even the inclusion of AI and ML inside of a lot of these solutions as well has been very cool. So another one was, can you please help us for setup process like docs in any videos? Yeah, and I don't know exactly what that was. I know, Dinesh, you answered that. I don't know exactly which setup process tool that we were talking about, but definitely I know that there's tons of stuff out there if you're looking at any of these tools but if there's something specific, Robbie, we can follow up with you after and see. More than glad to find whatever resources that you need. As Jeff mentioned before, Data Fabric in itself is not a product per se. It is it's a group of products that have been kind of pulled together to build out what a true Data Fabric would be. So each one of those should have their own documentation and things associated with them. Tim Tibbles, as a TIBCO partner, is the business maturity assessment available for us to offer to our potential current clients? Aditya, thanks for answering that. Yeah. And Tim, I know we've talked together in the past as well, so I'm more than glad to jump on a call with you and TIBCO and all three of us, and we can kind of talk and see if there's a way that we can all work together on that. More than glad to. We've already kind of talked about, addressed the one that Sunil had earlier about as far as data virtualization, TDV, as far as it's not replacing reports, but enable better reporting again. I think that was something really important to draw out. TDV or data virtualization definitely has its place, and we are having lots of conversations on it, but it's definitely not a replacement for everything. Although it is very powerful, it's something that works in conjunction with those things. This was from Anonymous. When you say metadata management, does that include references to information links in the SQL behind the information links, or just reference to the data sources and fields that go into the metadata layer? And then Jeff, thanks. If you can model it, you can bring it to EBX. So if there's anything deeper there you want to dig into that, and I don't know who that question was from because it shows anonymous, then certainly let us know. But yeah, like I said, it is very dynamic in the way that behind the scenes that data virtualization is going and pulling all that information, including a lot of the, and again, the product we're building, you can actually see the SQL and some of those links that comes through. So very cool. Douglas Young, I'm having issues with the web. I'm sorry, more at the webinar, so we won't go deep in that one. But we are, like as I mentioned earlier, we are sending out the link. So please watch the link. Have to jump. Please send slides and go. All right, perfect. That was all the questions. Are there any other questions? I know there's a few people still hanging on. Are there any other questions you guys have? And feel free if you want to raise your hand. I don't know how to, but our people who are running this know how to set you up where you can actually talk live. Any other final questions before we get off here? More than glad to help answer those or find answers to those. All right. Well, I appreciate it. Thankfully, even with QA, we were not very far over. I really appreciate everybody's time. Again, we have another exciting topic coming up that we're very excited to go over with Porter Thorndike here in a couple months, and you guys will get getting more on that, and we'll get you some more follow up on the things that we mentioned before, like the BMA documentation and that stuff, and the overall recordings very soon. So. And those of you who did win the cards, again, you'll get an email, hopefully within the week, by next week sometime, just giving you information on how to get that. So appreciate everybody's time. Again, excited for everybody to show up, and let us know, and I think there's some surveys and stuff, let us know if there's any topics that you guys want to hear about specifically, the things that you guys are are facing your own organization or just curious about, we're more than glad to look at those as far as next topics. So appreciate it, guys. Thanks everybody for showing up.